the process of loving the world and getting into the world, that it allows you to, you learn their ways, you live their culture, you love their culture to where you forget what the Bible says. You forget what, and when someone stands up and says, hey, fornication is wrong, the Bible says flee fornication. You got a bunch of people, fornication is rampant in this country. And you'll have people saying, no, it's not that bad. Because they've been in the world so long. I mean, what I'm saying today will sound crazy to the people who have been in the world. One time, I've shared this story before. One time I told a friend, I said, hey, he was having difficulty in his marriage. And he said, I was thinking about divorce. I said, hey, God hates divorce. Don't do that. And he said, well, I don't think God hates divorce. The only reason he would say that is because he's getting his influence from the world. When you get into the world, you love the things of the world, then you start to forget the Bible. You start to forget God's words. Recently, there's a singer named Taylor Swift, a whore, by the way. Taylor Swift, she sings, and there's a lot of Christian young women that love her. They love Taylor Swift, and meanwhile, she's up there singing about broken relationships. She's singing about all of the men that have walked out on her. Those are the songs that are coming for her. She's not singing how great thou art. I mean, since she's so popular, she should probably sing with the voice that God has given her, how great thou art. That would probably sound great coming from her. But you know what? It won't now, because she sings about the world, loving the world, having a bunch of men, losing a bunch of men, and she dresses like a whore. And they look at her like, oh, she's so great. Oh, she loves God. And then they come to church on Sunday. It's like, okay, hold on a second. Why are you loving the world? I mean, she's not a role model to a godly young woman. Well, you think all the young women that are listening to her songs, that are playing her songs all the time, they're saying, oh yeah, we love Taylor Swift. You think all of them, they're like, well, I want to serve God more. I want to dress modestly. I'm looking for a godly man. Nope. They're thinking about, who's the next man that I can fornicate with? Who's the next man I can show my body to? Who's the next man that I can, dump and get rid of? That's what they're thinking. That's what they want to sing about. She's not a role model for a strong, godly woman at all. The young women, and it's hard because the young women, they're drawn into that. And if a preacher does not stand up and say that is wrong, well, they will think that it's okay. They'll think that it's okay. Oh, this new singer. Oh, she's got a great voice. Oh, okay. Oh, well, she dresses like a whore. Well, she's got a great voice. Sorry, Christian. No, that's going to pull you away to where the young women, they're going to see her, and you know how they're going to be dressing? Just like her. They're going to be dressing like a whore, and then when someone calls them a whore, they're going to be like, whoa, why? Why are you being so mean? You're following a whore. You're following the Taylor Swift. You're listening to her music. You're promoting that. I mean, what do you expect? It shouldn't be a surprise that the people that are following the world end up like the world. We've got so many examples. Lot, for example, the nephew of Abraham, looking at Sodom. He had to be rescued out of Sodom. Now look at Deuteronomy chapter 7. The one here I just want to show you. It says in verse number 1, when the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and hath cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites and the Girgashites and the Amorites and the Canaanites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou, and when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. Verse 3, neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter shalt not give unto his son, and nor his daughter shalt thou give unto thy son. Now, why did God command that they not marry the people of the land? Right now we're going through Joshua, and we're seeing we saw how Joshua went into the land with the children of Israel, and they were supposed to just wipe out the Canaanites, wipe them out, but instead they started making affinity or becoming friends with the people of the land, whereby the people of the land became a snare unto them. Where by the time that Solomon gets on the scene, we have these high places that are not destroyed, these places of idolatry that are still standing. God told him, what they needed to do in order for them to prosper in the land. It says right here, verse number 2, it says, thou shalt smite them, utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. So if someone's like, hey, check out this new, CD, well, there's not really CDs anymore, but let's, check out this new CD, this new hip hop artist, or this new, country artist, or this new pop star artist, and that artist is not, singing hymns or singing praise songs unto God, you need to destroy that CD. Now, again, I don't know if there's CDs that exist now, but I remember destroying CDs. They were actually hard to destroy. Okay, you got to keep moving those things back and forth. It's like an actual effort to destroy these things. But the Bible says right here, it says that we should smite them and utterly destroy them. So the effort that we ought to have should be an effort to destroy those things and get them out of our lives. Destroying CDs. Now, I do remember cassettes, cassette decks, cassette tapes. I remember those, and you can destroy those easily, but CDs you can't really destroy. Nowadays, it's really delete. You have to delete those things, and because they're like a file on a phone, some type of device somewhere. Okay, now I'll even go to say, if you have a device that's inundated with all the filth of the world, the latest artists, the latest movies, destroy the device. Erase that thing. Get rid of it. And it's not strange for me to say that, because God said to smite them, to just utterly destroy them. Get it out of your life.